Alright guys, so how's she going today? So, went and got a few things. Yeah, had to plow a little more snow because we didn't really get anything, but it kind of, road plows, they kind of covered up my driveway again and whatever else. So we decided to run south and get a few things, and so I had to plow a little bit of snow, you know, because of that. So, because we had to get out. So, yeah. So I plowed everything. It was still kind of snowing and drifting there a little bit. I did get a snow plowing video for Reese6. He was requesting kind of to peek at one, so I made one there, but I'm going to have to see if I can get my old computer fired up. That's got my editing software on it. So I'll have to edit it there. And then, yeah, I don't know if it'll get up today, but kind of doubt it. But anyways, like I said, I was going to pick up some more electric fencing supplies, and right there, that was all he had in stock, and I bought them all. I bought them all of them. I just took them all. So that's not enough. That's not going to get us anywhere, but it's all he had in stock. But you know what? This cost me, he didn't have any of the fiberglass ones, which is what I wanted, but he had these in stock. But same thing. I'm not going to care. So, but I paid, I think, $50 for these. I bought something else here, I'll show you too, but I bought $50 worth of these. And I don't know how many's here. I actually should have counted before I started the video, but it's not going to be enough, but it's a start. So whenever he gets more in, I'll have to get you know, get the rest of the stuff. So we're getting somewhere, at least, because we got a spool of wire, and now we got the posts. And I think we have a bag or two of insulators, so I might still pick up a bag, but I don't really know if we need them. Probably should pick up a bag anyway, just in case. And the insulators are just, you know, everyone knows what insulators are. They go on the posts, and then that's what you attach your wire to. So they should fit to that just fine. So bought them all, and I'm going to get more. Obviously, I'm going to get another, whenever he gets another stockpile, and I'll just end up grabbing that stockpile too. I think we're going to probably at least need 100 of these just to probably do the dike, I'm guessing, because that's what we're going to do. So, but it makes me feel better that we at least got a little bit of something, because a little bit of something's better than nothing at all. So, and then I picked up one more bottle of 10W30 for the grain truck, but I bought, I didn't buy it at the gas station. I bought it at another store that we go to, but it's the cheapest oil that you can get, because that oil is actually the very cheap oil that I got. I only got one bottle of that, but it's the cheapest stuff you can get, but it's still 10W30, but that I'm going to use as a flush, because when I drain oils out of my engines, I like to at least run half a quart or more, because this is going to be a bigger engine, so it'll probably end up taking a whole quart. For the four-wheeler and the John Deere, I can always use to get away with like half a quart. So what you do is you take, you drain your oil, you let it drip, and then you run another half a quart through it. But you leave the drain plug out, so it just runs straight out. And what that does, it just gets anything that's sitting at the bottom out, gets it out of the engine and into the oil pan where you can get rid of it. So I always like to do flushes, and you probably don't have to, but it makes me feel better. If you don't think it's necessary, don't do it, but I do it. So just do whatever you think is right, and your engine's going to be happy no matter what. As long as you change the oil and the filters, you're fine. But I like to do a flush. everything gets a flush around here, even my air compressor. I got to change the oil on that thing this summer, or for 2021. I need to change the oil on that thing as well. That doesn't take much. But I didn't change it this year. I should have, but I didn't. But I'm going to have to for sure for next year. Because I use it a lot more in the summertime than I do in the wintertime, obviously. So, but yeah. So I picked up, like I said, his whole stockpile. I asked him if he had the fiberglass ones. He said no. But that's fine. So I got I don't know how good the metal ones are compared to the fiberglass. I don't really care for fiberglass. I mean, they're lighter. But the problem with the fiberglass is they bend a lot easier when you try to get them in the ground. And then when they get old, see, like ours are old, they start flaking. And then you get like little glitter on you. It's really annoying, and that shit's kind of itchy too. So, but we ain't never broke one yet. But they're just, they're no longer yellow. They're flaking off, so because it's fiberglass, but they still work. So we're not gonna replace them unless they snap or something. But anyways, we need more. We need way more than that. But what's so damn funny is that I got 50, or well, not 50 of these. I don't know how many he's here. Like I said, I didn't count. I think he did, but I don't remember what he said. So, but that cost me about $50. And then if you go on like Tractor Supply or any other places that sell electric fencing supplies, you can get 10 of them. The posts are cheap, right? These are $2.50. So they're really cheap. And the same thing online. They're cheap. But then they get you with the shipping and tax. The shipping and the handling and the tax. They rob you of that. One time I was going to order some posts off of Tractor Supply, and I put 10 in, even though we would need way more than 10, but just to give me an idea what shipping would cost. And I put 10 in, and, had to put my address in so they would know where to ship it. And then they tacked on like another, I swear, like $30 or $40 for shipping, handling, and then tax. I was like, you know what? Screw you. So if I can get this stuff at the hardware, and you know what? I didn't pay anything for, like, shipping. I think I might have paid something for tax. I don't know. I mean, usually they charge you like $1 or something for tax, even when you buy stuff at your local store. But I'd rather pay $1 extra in tax, for him, compared to going online and then paying another $30 or something for shipping and handling, plus tax. So I saved myself a lot of money there. So as long as he has the stuff in stock, I'm going to buy it from him. If I save myself $20 doing it that way, it's fine. I'm not gonna complain about it. So it doesn't have to be perfect to work. As long as it works, it's all that matters on this farm. So another thing I picked up, and this is going to be a future project as well. I brought my tape measure because I have to measure that. But I picked up, I need more of these as well, but he only had 2 in stock. So I picked up 2 flat, I don't know what you call these, flat bar. These are 3 feet long. I can't even read that. It's 12 gauge, looks like it's 3/4. Hopefully it's not 1/2 inch, I guess. And I need to measure these because these are for the 1586, I'm hoping. Yeah, these are going to be a little smaller. Yeah. Yeah, that's 3/4. Yeah, maybe it's more than that. See, the thing is I'm comparing this to my really good tape measure to the one that my grandma had because I forgot to bring this with me, so I went and borrowed my grandma's. And hers doesn't have the little numbers on here. It just has the big numbers and then the lines. Well, I don't know what the lines mean. So I like the ones with the little numbers in between. That really makes it easier for me because I don't know how to do any of this shit. So I'm pretty sure that it was 1/2 inch on the tractor. But here it's 3/4, so I think it'll still work. But these are going to be my remote extensions. So I'm going to make remote extensions for the for the levers, for the hydraulic remotes for the tractor, because well, not that I'm using my hydraulics all that much on a tractor, but everybody's always modified theirs, made theirs taller. The young guy's done it to his 1086. I don't know if he bought it like that or if he did that himself. And then his dad, the old timer, with his 986, he did the same thing. He made his levers longer. And I believe South Saskatchewan Farmer did the same thing with his 1086 when he had it. But instead of making them taller, he just moved them to where they were like closer to him, but not taller up. They were more back. But the thing is I like the way the young guy always did it and the way his dad did it. Now they put theirs. See, on my tractor, these are the factory remotes. They're not anything special, but they just come straight out, and that's it. And then, of course, then you have to reach like a 1/4 mile to just even get to the remote. So if you bolt it to the thing, to the levers, the factory ones, and then you kind of bend it up, you go straight up with it. That's how they have it done on their tractors. That's what I want to do to mine as well. But how the young guy and the old timer did it, I'm not really sure. Because, I mean, well, welding is going to be involved. But what I'm going to do is, when it comes to mounting them to the factory remotes, I think I'm just going to bolt them on. I don't think I'm going to weld them on because in case, let's just say in the future I decide to sell that tractor down the road and the next owners, they want the short remotes back, they can just unbolt it and then just weld in the holes, I guess, or just leave them. But I think most people modify their remotes to be long. And I was hoping these would be the right size, but I guess they're a little bit smaller apparently. But I think they'll still work. But how they did it, I don't, the young guy and the old timer, I'm not really sure. But it looks like they cut it and they kind of like made triangle shape fitting or fillers, and they kind of just, did that. So I think what I'm going to do, I don't know, these might not be wide enough. He didn't have anything bigger, and if he did, they were too big. So I want to try it anyway, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it, and they don't have to be this long either, by the way, but I'm going to make them a lot shorter than that, but I'm going to need a lot of this scrap pieces too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it wherever I think it needs to be, and then cut about halfway through it, and I'm going to bend it to how I want it, and then hopefully it'll stay like that when I bend it, and then I will cut, I guess, pretty much like a triangle out of another piece of this and slip that inside, and hopefully that'll keep it, keep it that way. That's the only way I can think of doing it. That'd be quicker and simple. But other than that, I'm not really sure. But I'm going to need more than 2. That's all he had. I was hoping he had a little more than that. But I guess that is what it is. Take what you can get, I guess. And, but that's the plans with these. And I'm going to do I'm just going to do all 3, even though I could get away with just 2 of them. Because the third remote that's on that tractor will probably never get used for anything. Well, it might in the future if I have a snowblower on the back or something, but it's not really going to be necessary anyway for that third one to have a extension on it. Because it's just going to, if I do use it, it'll just be to recirculate the hydraulics for when you want to let it warm up. So, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Oh, that's right. I also, I ordered some spark plugs for the grain truck. I got 6 of them coming. I don't know if I said that in the previous video or not, but I do have spark plugs coming for the grain truck. So that's good. So at least we're getting summer. I'm going to be kind of excited. I can't wait for summer, spring, you know. Yeah. The main thing that's going to hurt me is obviously having to order a new starter for the grain truck. That's what's going to hurt me. But other than that, the electric fencing and then the grain truck, that's all priority. These things for the remotes are just an experiment, but hopefully I can get them to work. I wish they were 1/2 inch, but they're not. Supposedly that's not 1/2 inch, that's 3/4. So, it still might work. Like, it bends this way. See that? But it doesn't bend, you know, this way, right? So, if I have to, I can just double it up, you know, put 2 together and then just weld the piss out of it and it'll be fine. So, 2 right here would be enough to probably do 1 remote. But like I said, I want to do at least 2. Well, I'll do the first one anyway. I'll probably do the one that's closest to me because that'd be the easiest one to get to. And then first the young guy would do it because I know he would do a nice job at it because I think I looked at his many years ago, and I mean you can see where he's welded it obviously, but you know it looks pretty good though. And then of course, yes, when I get all that complete, I will be painting that International Harvester Red. I will get some primer and some paint from Case IH, probably just in spray cans, and then you know spray it on there. You might as well. Oh yeah, and then the welds, I might actually grind the welds down. I don't know if that'll weaken, if that will weaken the welds doing that. I mean, I've seen people do it, so I don't see why not, but that's what I'm going to do. Once I get everything to my liking, I'm going to grind all the welds down and then spray paint it, or primer it, and then spray paint it. And I'm going to get all that from Case IH because I want good paint. The hardware would have nothing close to International Harvester Red. Even Case IH Red would do fine too. You know, as long as it's IH Red of some kind, it's good enough. But if I can get International Harvester Red, that'd be fine. I'm sure they would have a couple cans in stock. I don't really know. What is this thing saying for temperature-wise? Can't read it. Looks like 30. So it's 30 Fahrenheit. I got this thing in the shop, and I got 2 of these. I actually got one in the basement too. And then I've had this piece of shit outside here for a while, but I think it's all out of whack. I keep adjusting it, but it keeps going out of whack. And it's starting to turn yellow, so I gotta get a new one. Then I got this guy out here, but you can see he's no longer white, and he's getting all yeah, it's getting hard to read that now. It's getting all like foggy inside. I don't know if you can take it apart without breaking it, but it's probably not worth it. It's the same brand too, but I don't know why I put it out here for. I just did. I guess I knew what the temperature is. That says it's like 21 and 22, but I don't think that's right. Could be, but I don't know. But yeah, so there we go. So we're finally getting somewhere, and I hope this pays off. Now, electric fencing will pay off, hopefully, a little bit. So, and then I got an extra bottle of oil for the grain truck. That's for a flush. Spark plugs are on their way. They left Fort Worth, Texas yesterday. So, they're not here yet. They say by the 4th of January. But we'll see. And then, yeah. Yeah, and the spark plugs, I Well, they're either gapped at 28,000 or 30,000. But you can run anywhere from 28 to 32,000. So I don't know. But I think these were actually, I think they were a little bit more expensive than the other place, but because I figured, you know, the more expensive the spark plugs are, the better they are. They are Champion spark plugs. I don't think it matters on brand, but that's just what I got anyway. It was Champion. That's what's in there now. But I don't think they're any good. They're not going to be. They might make the truck run funny. So, but yeah. So fence posts, Leclerc fence posts, and yes, these are round. They're not square or anything. Maybe you can. I think you guys can see that. Yeah, they're round. These are the metal ones, and yeah, they are missing their paint. Paint's coming off, but I don't care. I don't care. Because it's going to come off regardless, so why the hell does it matter? I don't care. They're outdoor things. Whatever. So, got that. Got some wire. Freaking right. Got some remote extensions for the tractor. It's going to be an experiment anyway. I guess what I could have done is I could have just taken these to the tractor. Didn't think to do that either. But, maybe tomorrow. I go to the farm pretty much every day anyway because I check up on the cows and for some reason, I'm not too damn happy about this and I don't know what the hell's going on, but my calf, I shouldn't say calf, I should just say R2, my second cow. I still have R1, by the way, she's still here. We're going to give her one more chance, and then if she doesn't calf next winter or next summer, then yeah, we're going to get rid of her, but whatever. So, but R2, I don't know what the hell happened, but the tip of her tail's all bloody. Or it was all bloody from the night before. I don't know what happened, because yesterday I went to the farm, or the day before that actually, and she was fine. So I would have been yesterday, and I noticed that the tip of her tail was all bloody, but the blood was all frozen. And then, of course, she had a little blood on her legs and stuff, too. So, not much, but... And then today, it's still icy, but it's still got blood on it, but it's froze. So, I don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm thinking maybe she caught her tail on something, and she tried to pull it off, and she ended up cutting herself. Or something tried to attack her last night, or the night before. I don't know, maybe a coyote got too close or something. I don't know, but then all the cows would have... I heard that if a calf or a cow is under fire, all the other cows will get involved then, and then they'll start kicking ass. So, because we do have a coyote running around. This is the time where I need a fucking 50 caliber sniper rifle. If anybody's got a 50 caliber sniper rifle and is willing to do some coyote hunting for me, get on top of the dike and start scoping out. So, start looking, see if you can find it and shoot the damn bastard, because we don't need them around here. We don't. It's bad enough we got fucking deer around here like crazy. So, yeah, if anybody, yeah, there you go. I guess if anybody wants to hunt a coyote, there you go. You can sit on top of the dike and wait for the fucker. But yeah, I don't know what else would have caused her bloody tail. It could have gotten frozen to the ground, maybe when she was laying in something wet, and then it froze, and then she tried to, you know, yank her tail up, and it was froze to the ground, and maybe she pulled some skin off, and it really bled, but I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe she caught it on that piece of wire that was hanging on the ground, so I cut the fucking wire off. I don't know if that was the problem or not, but I cut it off anyway and got rid of it, so we need to completely rewire our barnyard, but I don't know. It's one of those, the cows always get into trouble, but yet you never know where it comes from. You know, you never figure it out, so I don't know, but she seems okay, I guess. I don't know, she's walking around like she's a little stiff right now, but that might just be because of the cold. Or she just could be slow. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Other than that, she's still alive, so she's not bleeding anymore. That's the main thing, is that they're not bleeding. So I just hope it doesn't get infected, because if she gets infected, we're gonna be calling the vet for some shots, and that's not gonna be fun to do. The young guy might have to. I mean, we'll pay for the shots, but the young guy might have to take him to his place and run him through the chute, or the squeeze chute, because like I said, we don't have one. That's another thing I want to invest in. For about $3,500, we can invest in a decent sized one, and that can be mobile yet too. So, gotta do that. Gotta do that. If we had a squeeze chute of our own, man, our farm would be, it'd be up there, you know. Sure, we don't have a lot of cows, but you know, even if you have one cow, you gotta be able to work on it. So, you know, give it shots. Giving it ear tags would be a lot easier too. Even though I usually try to do mine when they're calves, it's easier that way too. Is basically when they're first born, you can just run in there real quick and poke it through the ear and be done with it. So, but yeah. So yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to take off. Just want to show you what I got. It's just some more goodies. And yeah, I think if we get maybe a couple more of those stockpiles, yeah, might be okay then. Quarter mile of wire should be enough. And then, oh, and then the energizer. We got to get a bigger energizer. Forgot about that. That's another thing that's going to kill me too, because they're like $250 for the one that I'm looking at. So, but you need them. You got to, if you're going to upgrade your fencing, you got to, you know, if you're going to make your fencing bigger, you're going to cover more ground. Well, then you got to upgrade your energizers too. Ours is already maxed out, so I got to get a bigger one. This one will do. The one I'm looking at will do 700 acres. Not that I would do 700 acres, but and I think that's just for a single strand too. I don't know, but it'll be more than enough, I think, to do what we got to do. So, but yeah. So, anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. So, I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.